Hello students, welcome to one more video for class 7 physics. This is again for chapter 4, light. In this video, we will see the question and answers of the exercise. We'll start with a question which is not given in your book. This is a very important question. The question will be, draw a ray diagram for the formation of image of a point object by a plane mirror. As you can see here, MM dash is a plane mirror and O is an object and it's a point object. If it's a point object, then how do we draw the ray diagram to show its image? First of all, draw a ray and its reflected ray. Then draw a normal to it, and this is the angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. You know, without drawing two rays we cannot draw it, so draw another ray in the same way. This is angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. Produce both the rays backward, straight, use a ruler to produce it, and wherever they meet, that is the position of image. Yes, the image is virtual because it appears to be coming from a point behind the mirror. So this is how we have to draw. If the object is an extended object in the same way, we have to draw a ray diagram for it. You need to practice it. So here we have to take the two endpoints of the object. Suppose if it's A and B, and from both the points you have to draw the rays in the same way as we did in the previous one. And for each point, A we will get its image A dash. Similarly for B we will get the image B dash. Join them both and thus we get the image of the extended object. Okay, now we'll see exercise D. Let us see. D number. Answer the following in short. A, B, C, you can try to do it yourself, and if you are not able to do, I'll help you for it. But those are the easy ones. Okay, we have fill in the blanks, we have true, false, and even we have choose the correct alternatives. Those can be done very easily. In case of doubts, please contact me. So here's the first question. State the difference between regular and diffused reflection. You can state any one difference. As I have written here, regular reflection takes place in a smooth and polished surface, whereas diffused reflection takes place in a rough and uneven surface. You can write any other difference also. Like in case of regular reflection, when a parallel beam of ray of light is incident on the surface, then after reflection also it remains parallel to each other. And in case of diffused reflection, that is irregular reflection, the incident parallel beam of rays after reflection become non-parallel to each other. That means they diverge in different directions. Okay? Or you can write any other difference also. Now let us see question number 2. If the angle between the incident ray and a plane mirror is 30 degrees, then what will be the angle of reflection? Let us try to understand it with a diagram. Suppose this is the mirror and this is the incident ray. Then the angle between the incident ray and the mirror is given. Yes, this angle is given as 30 degrees. Okay, so this angle is given as 30 degrees. That is the angle between the incident ray and the mirror. So now let us draw the reflected ray. So this is the reflected ray. Now let us draw a normal. The angle between the incident ray and the normal will be called as angle of incidence. And you know the angle between the reflected ray and the normal is called the angle of reflection. So we need this angle of reflection only. First of all, you should know that the angle between the normal and the mirror is always 90 degrees. Yes, normal means perpendicular. So the angle between, okay, I'll tell you, I'll write and tell you. The angle between the mirror and the normal is always 90 degrees. Now if this is 90 and the angle between the incident ray and the mirror is 30, so 90 minus 30, that is 60 is the angle of incidence. And since we know that the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, therefore the angle of reflection will also be 60 degrees according to the laws of reflection. So this is how we find the angle of reflection. So first, 90 minus 30, that is angle of incidence, comes 60. Then angle I equal to angle R by laws of reflection. Therefore, angle of reflection also comes 60 degree. Now let us see question number 3. State any two uses of plane mirror. You can write any two uses. I have written the two simple ones. Two uses of plane mirror are, plane mirrors are used as looking glass. Yes, the very common one. And plane mirrors are used in the optical instruments and devices. Any sort of optical instruments. Like you can have for periscope, you can have for any type of optical instruments where the plane mirror is used. That is one of the use of the plane mirror. Okay, in optical instruments and devices. Now, what is meant by lateral inversion of an image? The phenomena due to which the right of an object becomes the left of the image and vice versa is called lateral inversion. I have explained you this very well in one of the videos. Please refer that again. You will understand that lateral inversion once more very clearly. So, watch that other video which I have sent. I think it's video 2 or video 3. Now, write a short note in the speed of light. Yes, about the speed of the light you write. So, light does not need any medium to travel, So, therefore, it can travel in vacuum as well. The speed of the light in any medium depends on the optical density of the medium. Yes, denser is the medium, less is its speed. Denser means optical density and vice versa. If the speed is maximum in vacuum because it has got the least optical density. So it's 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And in all other mediums, the speed is quite less. Like if you see its speed in some other medium, the speed of the light in other medium, like if I say water, the speed of the light in water is 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay, which is comparatively less than in vacuum or air because it is optically denser. Water is optically denser than air. Okay, in alcohol, it's more or less 2.20 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second and so on. Now let us see question number 6. Name the primary colors. Why are these colors called so? Yes, primary colors. We need to know the primary colors. The colors red, green and blue are called the primary colors. Why are they called so? These are called primary because they cannot be made by mixing any other colors. The beam of red light and green light falls on the same spot on a white screen. What color will it appear on the screen? Let us see the answer. When both the light falls, then the spot on the screen will appear yellow. Why? The white screen reflects both the red and the green light, and the combination of red and green gives secondary color, that is yellow. Okay, so we get to see the yellow color because of the combination of both. Okay, now let us see the next question. We'll see E number now. Answer the following in details. Yes. So here's the first question. Describe an experiment to show that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, we have to write an experiment. You should write it in your own words, students. So try to write in your own words. You can refer the experiment which is given in your book. Okay, it's given in the book, or I have already given a link. You can use the link also. I have already made an activity, done an activity. You can watch it. Now let us see the question number 2. Prove geometrically that the image formed by a plane mirror is at the same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of the mirror. So geometrically we need to prove it. So for geometric we need a construction. So for the solution, first of all we have to draw a construction. So here it is. In this diagram you can see that MM dash is a mirror. Okay, O is the object, I is the image. From O you can see a ray OP which is incident ray. Okay, and you can see that PQ is the reflected ray, angle of incidence, angle of reflection. We have to prove that OA, the distance OA means distance of the object from the mirror, is equal to OI. So in the adjoining figure, MM dash is a mirror. An incident ray OP from the object O is incident on the mirror at P. The reflected ray PQ when produced backwards meet at the image I. So now let us see the proof of it. How to prove it? Yes, geometrically we need to prove. You know, angle OPN is equal to angle QPN. You can see here, this is angle OPN, that is angle of incidence. And angle QPN is angle of reflection. We know by the laws of reflection, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Now, angle OPN is also equal to angle POA. Why? OPN is equal to POA because they are alternate angles. Yes, OI is parallel to PN because both are normal. Perpendicular. If both are perpendicular, then they are parallel. Isn't it? So, both are alternate angles, and alternative angles are equal, in case of parallel. Now, angle QPN. Yes, angle QPN is equal to angle PIA also. In the same way they are because corresponding angles. Therefore, we can say that angle POI is equal to PIA. The one which I have marked, angle POA is equal to PIA. Now we will prove that triangle POA and PIA congruent. How do you prove it? Angle POA is equal to angle PIA. We have proved above. Angle PAO is equal to angle PAI because both are normal 90 degree. And one more we know that PA is equal to PA is common in both of them. Therefore, triangle POA is congruent to triangle PIA by angle side. Yes, if they are congruent, AO is equal to AI. By CPCTC, corresponding sides of two congruent triangles are always equal. We say it as CPCTC as well. Okay, corresponding parts of two congruent triangles are always equal. Okay, corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are congruent. So CPCTC or CPCTE equal also you can write. So corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are equal. If AO is equal to I, we have proved it. That is what is asked to prove. So image distance AI is equal to object distance AO. So thus we got it proved. Okay, this is how we geometrically prove it. Now let us see question number 3. State the characteristics of an image formed by a plane mirror. Students, you can pause the video and write the answers. Okay, so write these in your notebook. So characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. You can write any of the characteristics. I'll write all. Okay, the 5. The image formed by a plane mirror is of the same size as the object. That means whatever is the size of the object, the same is the size of the image. It's neither big or small. The image formed by a plane mirror is always erect. Erect means upright, सीधा. Okay, it's not inverted. उल्टा नहीं, सर नीचे पैर ऊपर नहीं होता. Erect is also called upright. UPRIGST. It's also called upright. Erect or upright means पैर नीचे सर ऊपर, जैसे था वैसा. Okay, we don't see our image upside down. So that is what we in the plane mirror. Okay, so that is what I'm saying. That means head up and leg down. Now third bit, the image formed is as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. Just now we proved it also, no? Image उतना ही पीछे बनता है mirror का जितना आगे उसका object होता है. The image formed is laterally inverted. I told you the left side looks right in the mirror, right towards the left. And the fifth one, the image formed in a plane mirror is virtual. I have explained very well about a virtual in the third video. Please have a look at it. Now question number 4. What are secondary colors? Why are they called so? The colors produced by mixing any two primary colors in equal proportion are called secondary colors. So when we mix two primary colors, we get the secondary color. Why we call so? Because they can be made by mixing two colors. Therefore, they are called secondary colors. Okay, now let us see the next question. Question number 5. How are we able to see different colors? Yes, how can you see different colors around you? The appearance of the color of an object, why? Is due to the absorption and reflection of different colors by the object. Okay, the absorption and reflection of different colors depend upon the pigment which is contained in the object. According to the pigment, it will reflect or absorb the light. So thus we can say that we can see the color which reaches our eye after reflection from the object. Now question number 6. An object appears blue in white light. Of what color will it appear in red light? Oh, it appears blue in white light. It's easy. The object will appear black in red light because the object absorbs the red light, we know, and it reflects nothing because it is capable of not reflecting this color. It's capable only of reflecting blue color. Okay. Now let us see the next question. Question number 7. What do you understand by color subtraction? So you have got the definition. Color subtraction means to reflect or absorb a particular color of light in the presence of other color of light. I have explained you this, okay, in the previous video. This video 4. Now let us see F number. Give reason for the following. First question. Diffused reflection takes place on a rough surface. Why? Give reason. Okay. So we have, when a parallel beam of light is incident on a rough surface, the rays of light are reflected in different directions. Therefore, we say that diffused reflection takes place due to irregular reflection from the uneven surface. Because uneven surface causes irregular reflection, therefore we say that diffused reflection takes place in rough surface. Now, second number, images formed by plane mirror are always erect. Give reason. In a plane mirror, the images are formed due to the divergence of the rays after reflection. Therefore, actually they do not meet and form the image. They appear to be coming from behind the mirror. Hence, we get a virtual and erect image. Now, question number 3. Plane mirrors are used for decorative purpose. There are various reasons why we use for decorative purpose, but one of them I'll tell. Plane mirrors, when kept inclined to each other, they form multiple virtual images. You can see this in kaleidoscope as well. Therefore, they can be used for decorative purpose. Yes, activity of kaleidoscope is given, students. Not just activity, it's given how to draw it also. Okay, so you can try. If we raise our hand, left hand in front of a plane mirror, the image will raise the right hand. Yes, do you see though? Why does this happen? This is because we know that the image formed by a plane mirror are laterally inverted. Therefore, when we raise our left hand, the image will raise its right hand. That is what the laterally inverted means. Now, 5 number. A red rose when seen in green light appears black. Why? Give reason. Because the red rose absorbs the green light and it reflects no light, none. Therefore, it appears black in green light. So this is the end, students. The rest of the you can do, try, and I am there with you. Thank you. See you in the next class.